Welcome to the Great British Pinball Podcast, and here are your hosts Scott Rundle and Neil McRae.
The gloriousness of the King's Own Anthem. It's another great episode of the Great British Pinball Podcast. I am Neil McRae, and I'm joined, as always,
by Scott Rundle.
Well done, Scott. You timed that perfectly.
As always.
Let's talk about pinball. It's been a
easier subject.
Yes, it's been a.
I should say, by the way, I have an excuse for not wearing a Christmas jumper. I think you said you were going to wear one, but my baby threw up on mine.
One, and I tell you
so
what,
that was my excuse.
I ordered one. I ordered an Evil Dead Hail to the King.
Okay.
And it hasn't fucking arrived. Annoyingly so.
I had the contentious one, which is the Die Hard Nakatomi Plaza thing, where it says, I can't remember what it says. It was some slogan on the thing, but it obviously it's tongue-in-cheek because obviously people always argue whether or not that's a Christmas movie. I still think it is.
No, stupid people say it's not a Christmas movie. That's the end of the discussion.
Fair enough.
It's absolutely a Christmas movie. Otherwise, they wouldn't have released it at Christmas.
Exactly.
It's been a wild ride pinball wise. Scott, I saw a video of you last night on Facebook playing
adjusting my worm. So I've got June before someone thinks what the hell I'm talking about adjusting a worm. But yeah, no, as with every game I ever get, I have an issue. I'm hexed. I was saying to Neil offline before, every new inbox I ever get, and I mean every new inbox, whether it's like a Stern, like I had issues with House of Horrors, I had issues with Cactus Canyon remake, I had issues with Alien, I had issues now with, I can't even remember, we even had issues with Metallica remake with the snake jaw wouldn't bloody lock. Now this one, I've got the worm, it doesn't want to stay flush is the easiest way to put it, but I have had a response, to be fair, from Barrels of Fun because of the time difference. They've only just got back to me. I think it's like midday over there now. Maybe they're 6 hours behind.
Someone round the clock.
I know, right? Who would have thought? It's not 24/7 service desk.
Especially considering, do they not know who you are, Scott?
I know. It's just unbelievable. But they've given me some good advice. I think I'll try it after this podcast, and hopefully I'll have a fully operational game then.
I am going to try and pin down David Van Ness, who volunteered to test.
He did.
My camera's died again, which is somewhat annoying. I'm going to continue onwards.
It's a perfect good frozen face.
So I have this weird setup at home where I've got this wireless camera, because I can use it. I have multiple jobs, and the downside of multiple jobs is multiple laptops because they don't trust each other. And because of that, so if you're listening on the normal podcast, this will be pointless to you.
Unaffected, yeah.
But if you're watching on the telly box, I've just come back. So basically it runs this app to virtualize the camera to different. So it looks so I can use it on more than one computer. It actually works. 99% of the time it works really well. Occasionally the app just crashes though. Anyway, and if you're asking what it is, it's an Obsbot Tall. Very good camera, AI based. It used to follow me. It doesn't do it anymore.
I was going to say it's so AI based it's not moving.
I think I turned it off. Yeah, AI is for actual intelligence as opposed to artificial intelligence. Anyway, yeah, so June, I mean, I have to say, Scott, I'm never flying on a plane with you because you have the ultimate bad luck syndrome.
I do, honestly. Everyone always says to me, "Oh, buy new inbox, it's less issues." And I'm like, no, I just spend most of my time dialing it in and then getting bored of it and then selling it, and someone else can have it when it's all working. But I feel like
I'm trying to think. My last new inbox. So Star Wars, no dialing in required. Someone might argue that the Death Star thing is a bit of dialing in, but I kind of like that.
Depends on whether or not you need that fix, right? Have you got a fix coming for that?
I haven't because
I think they put that wider gate from what I saw.
Yeah, because I've illegally imported the game, they won't send me one. So I've got a ninja that I've hired in Chicago who is going to break into Stern's plant, kill 12 of them, and send me at least one.
Marvelous.
I did email them and say, "Hey, Stern, can you send me one?" And the reply was, "No, this game should be in Europe, and we can't send you one." That's the end of it.
God loves a trier.
Which is fair enough. But look, hey, if you don't ask, you don't get, right?
Exactly.
So I so Star Wars. No, what was the game before that I got?
Evil Dead? No, was it? No, yeah, it would have been a Stern, I suppose.
King Kong. I had to trim the King Kong. So that
the arm or
both arms. You have so that basically they don't trim it, which I have to say is a bit awful. But same on the topper. Actually, I got the King Kong.
Is that
topper.
why the arm would always sometimes block the path of the ball inadvertently? I just figured that was a dialing in bit that you had to do.
No, it's supposed to block the ball on ball lock 3.
Right.
But if it's doing it any other time, it's because you haven't trimmed it properly. And it's because they use radio control servos, which I hate. I wish pinball companies would stop using them. They need
like RC like stuff like
the radio control servos.
Yeah.
They're awful. Actually, so two things. One, I had to trim trim the Kong, both on the Kong in the game, and also it's the same Kong in the topper. I got the topper.
Yeah,
you have to trim him as well. But unfortunately, the Stern have goofed on the radio controller board, and that board went bang on my Kong LE.
Proud.
So I mean, it's not that it's irritating that Kong isn't. I think he only rotates now. He doesn't. His arms don't move.
Right.
Which is a pain, but they're sending me out a new one apparently.
They should, but yeah.
Yes, I think a few folks have had this issue with it, which is kind of annoying. So that's Kong, not the best experience, but
yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons, no, but there is actually. If you've got a D&D, there is a fix-it part, especially Premium LE.
Yeah, I think it wasn't the harness of the dragon was too short at one point, and it was causing it to catch fire.
There's a bunch of fix-it parts for it. One is the scoop.
It reminds me of the Star Trek loom. You remember the gun harnesses that people made the mod to make the harness longer because often when the cannons would rotate a lot, it was too tight and it would pull on them.
So even though everyone gives Stern a kick in, even Bally Williams.
Oh, I swear, I say to you, there's so many bulletins that you read up on, and it's what I find even more fascinating is when you get one of these old games, and then you find it hasn't got a fix applied to it. So you're like, how the hell has this been running on a non-fixed version of itself for 30 years? You know what I mean? Either they got really lucky or they just kept replacing it with the same factory parts without the fix.
I suspect or you get it with some sort of botch. I think that's what other new games have I had. The Kong in the club is a premium. It's been bulletproof. It gets a lot of plays. D&D. What else? Then it was Kong. Then it was Star Wars. I'm waiting on Walking Dead, and I'm waiting on So that's Evil Dead. My UK Evil Dead arrived today.
Yeah, they've arrived, haven't they? They started arriving now. That's good.
Yeah, so it's actually at Gonzo's house. So keep an eye out on Gonzo's channel.
You gave him your new inbox.
I did. Because I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. I got nowhere to put the damn thing,
mate. You and me both. I've got problems now. I mean, I've put a number of games up for sale. One of them did then sell, and then that fell through because that person then couldn't sell their game. I felt like I was in a house chain. And I was just like, do you know what I mean? I was just like, for God's sake. So I'm now looking to export because it would be just easier because the market in at least the US is healthier.
So here I've got 3 games where I should only have none.
Yeah.
In the background. And then if I swing over this way, I've got D&D, and I've got keep going. I've got Star Wars, and I've got Cactus Canyon coming back because I've got the Lyman kit.
Finally,
Yes.
God damn, that's taken a while to arrive.
Well, it hasn't actually arrived. I bought mine in the US. So
all right.
To be honest, there's loads of people selling them cheap right now. And I have to say they're idiots because the Lyman kit is awesome.
Do you know, it's a bit like I suppose we can talk about this in a bit, but like, god damn, I'm seeing like some of these games where I'm just like, that's got 200 plays on it, and it's how much? Like that is, I get to a point where I'm just thinking to myself, why am I even bothering to buy a new box? I may as well just wait and get it for a fraction of the price in this country.
Yeah, I mean,
they drop their asses in this place to get these games sold.
There's some madness definitely going on.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of people just selling games because they want to move them quick.
I mean, that happens every time, I suppose, a new release finally arrives on our shore, so to speak.
Well, no, I don't mind that, but there's a few folks that are like there was about 15 games put up for sale at rock bottom prices. Elton John, D&D, Kong, lots of new modern games where the prices were someone who had money wasn't worried about taking a hit on it, and unfortunately that's look, it's their game, they can sell it for whatever they want, but it has a knock-on effect post that that can take a while to recover from. So I don't know.
It's definitely not a good place to sell right now.
And here in the UK, it's awful to sell.
Yeah,
and I mean, actually, it's the US as well, the market, and Europe. In fact, I'd say the European market's worse because
I've noticed that actually. There's a lot of games that are going like, I'm just thinking, is this a scam? Because sometimes I see the prices on the European markets and they're like really low. Like I thought the UK was low. It's like, god damn, they take it to a new level over there.
Yeah, it's kind of I don't know, it feels weird. And actually I'll talk about this now because I was going to talk about it later on, but I got a call from the guys at Stern a while ago, and they're like, "Hey Neil, we want you to have a chat with John. I think his name is Buscaglia. Hold on, I'm not pronouncing that right. He is the let me just find. I want to pronounce his name right. Anyway, he said, "Yeah, because we're basically going to do a lot more of. We're going to do a lot more in Europe. That they've kind of realized that they haven't done as much as they could do in Europe, and both Gary and Jack announced this at the Dutch Pinball Open. I'd already had a chat with Stern about it. I think they've talked to a few other kind of bigger customers in Europe, and probably also the distributors, I would guess, as well. And they're kind of opening an office, and they probably aren't actually opening an office. What they're probably doing is just having a few folks here working in the region.
Sure.
And one of which is I can't find them now. It's going to drive me nuts. Yeah, so John, he ran all of sales. He's now running international sales. I think Stern have hired a few folks, and that I personally think it's good news. So I had a long conversation with John. I won't go into the details because I don't think it's appropriate, but I kind of gave him my take on what if I was Stern. Here's
okay.
What
Yeah, it's I don't know how you pronounce his surname, but it's Buscaglia.
Yeah, Buscaglia.
Buscaglia.
Yeah. Anyway, we're probably murdering.
It's moving to Amsterdam, right? But
yeah. So what was it? Spell it again. Buscaglia. Yeah. Okay, I found them. I was hoping that there was sometimes on LinkedIn there's a button you can press to get the pronunciation.
Put it in through Google and then get it into the phonetic speller. But there you go.
Buscaglia. John, we've murdered your surname enough. We're going to stop.
Yep.
Anyway, I've talked to John before. I've met him at a few gigs. Really nice guy, very customer focused. Anyway, he's coming to Europe. I think he's going to be based, in Amsterdam. Not 100% sure about that. I told him he should base himself in the UK because we're cool.
That's where the cool kids are at.
And we've, of course, got Pinball Republic with the most on-site Stern premium games in Europe. I don't know if that's true. I'm pretty sure
it might not be true, actually. But
I'm pretty sure it is true, but I'm not 100% true. Maybe someone can challenge me with their list of games. Anyway, it was a good conversation. I'll be honest with you, most of it he kind of had a handle on. And, we'll wait and see what happens. But I think it's good that they're going to pay the market here a bit of attention, especially after the Star Wars situation, which is not. I mean, this is a downside. Practically everybody who's played my Star Wars that buys pinball machines wants to buy one.
Good luck is all I can say to that. So,
and that's the kind of downside that Stern of, everyone's. The game's taken a lot of shit for its playfield and what's on it or what isn't on it. But at the end of the day, it's a really great game to play. We had it in the club. I've not had one bit of negative feedback. I was there for about a month. It's back home for Christmas. Might take it back.
How's it been holding up?
It's not a single issue, mate.
Yeah?
Not a single issue. And I mean, I put some extra Mylar down because it was in the club.
Where spots will pick up.
It's been bulletproof. And yeah, I think everyone really enjoyed it. It was in a couple of tournaments, and Raday's done an amazing job. The code is one mode. I love it. It's Hand versus, is it Guido? I can't remember. It's the guy who fired first.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
That mode's hilarious. I was laughing my ass off at it. And again, actually at home, you just having the game at home, you just hear how great the Spike 3 sound is. It's just so much better. It's incredible how much better it is, especially considering there's a view that the Kenwood speakers are better on the old game. But this has been always my challenge. It doesn't matter what speakers you put on Spike 2, the quality coming out of the board is highly compromised. And it's you do it. So I did a code update on Spike 3, and Stern code updates.
Well, it's the processor, isn't it? It's bloody ancient.
Spike 3, it's like boom, and it's like holy shit.
That's what happens when you stick a Raspberry Pi in there, isn't it? A 4 or a 5? I can't remember what the hell's in there.
I mean, the board before wasn't, when it came out, it wasn't a slouch CPU. I think it's more about I/O than it is about CPU.
Maybe. I don't know. It's pretty old though, wasn't it? Even running on a defunct version of Linux, it was that old.
Yeah, I suspect they're all still running on a defunct version of Linux. Certainly, I mean, there's some bozo. I despair of this on the forum. I don't know which clown this was this time. Says, "Oh, why are they running it on a Raspberry Pi you can pick up for?" I'm like, honestly, do you have a freaking brain in your body, man? And not only that, CGC have been running off Beagle boards, which is effectively a Raspberry Pi spin-off to some extent.
There's nothing wrong with Raspberry Pi, in all fairness.
But it's almost, it's like, hey, people on the forum, if you don't have a fucking clue what you're talking about, best to say nothing.
This is why he's banned.
Let me have my small rant about the forum. Arv. Like, oh, I'm going to download the Star Wars code and put it on my VM, and I'll have it up and running, no problem. Yes, Arv, with secure boot. Good luck, mate. Good luck. And good old Thomas chuckled at him and posted exactly what I would have done. And then finally, my most favourite insult of the month this month, Scott. Are you sitting down? You ready for
Always.
this?
Yeah, go on.
Apparently, Scott, I do nothing for the community.
Oh, you definitely don't.
No?
No. You're a troll.
Who's it that busts a gut on glass?
Mate, you could donate half of your pins to charity, and they still say you do nothing for the community.
I read that and thought, really?
Trust me when I say there are people on that forum that have an agenda, and no matter what you do, they will make sure that you are called up on something and that you are made to pay for it because they need to feel better about themselves.
Yeah, I'm drinking to those fuckers. Cheers.
I'm actually thinking of a New Year's resolution just to cut off the forum entirely, to be honest with you, because I've had enough of it.
Well, I mean, it's kind of funny.
I think it's a pretty shit place, to be honest.
There was a thread where someone was calling for me to be reinstated.
I did see that, but I was like thinking, they've done you a favour, if I'm honest with you. My wife just rolls her eyes when she goes, "What are you doing on that forum now?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, you're right."
It's kind of just bozo central. I mean, we had Hey Russell, solar powered Russell is how I like to call him. When he's not boring us with his speeches on fruit machines.
I was upset. I put a picture up, right, because he was doing his whole handbag analogy against me. So I put a handbag in my picture. He didn't pick up on it.
I know. I saw that. That was.
So I am going to do this. I'm going to put a picture up of every other handbag. My wife's got a lot of them. Just saying, she's got a lot of them. So I'm going to put a different handbag up of every pin every time I've got one, just to put it in there. Just go, does this one suit you, Russ? Does that one suit you? I know I'm really being petty, but fuck that guy, honestly.
Solar power Russ, who's probably short of a spark right now, given it's winter. Basically, his comments on toppers was just
that just wound me up when people do stuff like that. I'm just like, okay, I'm with it. One thing I agree with him on, I think the toppers are overpriced, but they always have been.
Fucking who doesn't think that?
Yeah, exactly. But having a dig at someone who's putting a topper up for sale when it's cheaper,
a lot cheaper.
And they're losing money on it. And he's not happy. He's like, no, for communist Russia, we need to do this for 10p. And that's the only way I will be happy. It's like, oh, piss off.
Yeah, that's it. I've got my new T-shirt for Pinfest. Pinball communism.
Yes. Socialism and communism unite, It's
pinball communism. Actually,
they won't be happy unless games are going back to like £500. So it's within their cost of budget, so they can go back to the way their life was. And then they can all live happy and hunky-dory in the market that's completely collapsed. No one's buying any new games because they don't want to sell it on their arse, basically.
No, Scott, under communism, pinball prices will be regulated.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. You won't own the pinball. Everyone does. They'll come to your house and play it for free.
Yes, for every pinball that you sell, you have to sell it at such a price, your testicles literally explode. So, look, I have some... Actually, you mentioned Pinfest. Not to confuse
you. Pinfest? But okay, go on.
UK Pinfest. I have some news about UK Pinfest. And actually, Phil's probably going to punch me for this, but that's okay. I'll take it. I have been reinstated as the master of the stall ball event.
Hey!
So you can expect something huge.
Hey, there's a question for you. Does Evil Dev have a stall ball option?
It does not.
Man, you need to be speaking to Spooky. Send them tech emails. Say, guys, it'd be great if you start doing like a stall ball mode of your own making. I mean, Bug, he loves that kind of stuff, right? He loves adding code. I remember listening to him on like a podcast. I don't remember which one it was, but they update games like every year. Like he says he's going to keep doing updates to Halloween like every year as long as he can keep doing it. And I'm thinking, put that energy into something that really be quite beneficial. Do like a stall ball mode in Evil Dead. That'd be amazing. I like that.
I don't know about Evil Dead as a stall ball game though.
Is there not enough locks?
There is, but they're hard.
That's the point, right? You want it to be hard.
Quick game. But actually, I tell you the other game that could be a decent stall ball game is actually Star Wars.
Your Fall of the Empire one, you mean?
Yeah, it's got a bunch of decent.
Why didn't you send Gomez a quick message? Hey, my legal game needs
Can you knock up? I mean, the barrel ball's cool, but you don't have to have it. But I mean, it's cool that they.
I think they've got it. They've added it to June as well. Oh, if they've done it to Winchester, you could bring it to Winchester, right? If you feel brave.
Yeah, I mean, I will bring my Winchester.
There you go. Get it first.
Anyone who's been dumb on the forum, I have a list of stupid people who can't play it. I don't know if I can buy a whiteboard that long though. That's my only concern. So we're not being very Christmassy, and
we're not. We're being bar humbug. Yeah,
I think we should just right. We're now in Christmas mode. Goodwill to all men, even the people on the forum. So I've also bought another game called Taxi. Meep, meep. That we'll get into the club at some point.
Good Nick then?
I don't know. I bought it off Gonzo. It seems okay. He wanted to move it on. It's a quite hard game to find, so
I've played it a couple of times. It's a pretty good game.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
quirky.
Yeah, I find it quite a difficult game. I find all those kind of eras of that
is it like System 11? Yeah.
Yeah, I find them all very difficult games. I struggle with them.
No, like isn't Elvira and the Party Monsters was pretty easy?
That's probably the exception to the rule.
Yeah, okay. Funhouse was. What about Funhouse? That was all right.
Can be all right. It's just whether the upper flipper has got the power.
Is it? You mean not broken? I mean that's the thing that you can't really gauge a game based on the fact if it's dilapidated, whether it's hard.
No, well, it's actually, am I talking bollocks? Am I thinking of a different game?
Well, it has got an upper flipper. But
okay, sorry. For some reason I suddenly thought.
Because you use that to hit the mouth, don't you? Yeah, Rudy.
Yeah, exactly. Then if that upper flipper is rubbish, which they often are. Anyway, if you were having a Funhouse, of course, you'd buy a Pedretti remake because they're actually pretty decent. Much that I'm surprised that they are, but they.
Well, I haven't heard anybody complaining about those actually.
No, but I'm not super certain they've sold a lot of them, unfortunately.
It's a difficult one. We go back to that price thing, isn't it? It's like if you can buy a used one.
Exactly.
That's what I mean. It's a System 11 game. It's not really a rare game.
However, despite the glorious fanfare of no one's going to buy a Walking Dead for that amount of money, they are selling like hotcakes, is what I'm led to believe. With many distributors in the US sold out of LEs. The UK apparently is sold out of LEs.
I'd see. I'm surprised. I don't know, man.
Oh, it's because the game scares you, doesn't it?
No. I had the original and I wanted to throw out the window, but that aside, and I got to hold. I just think it's a flawed game. I know he said apparently he's done some tweaking to the geometry. I don't know what that meant. But I still saw everybody cursing the world when it comes out of that pops, and it's here we go, Drain Central.
Nah, you've just got to give it a bit of a tap, a bit of a, and then you're good to go, man.
I mean, that aside, I know you disagree. I'm on the fence of. I don't like that cabinet design. I really don't. And I don't want to, as in what they've done with the changes to the way it's now effectively bolted and braced at the corners rather than
I don't know whether I like it or not, but what I definitely know is that so far there have been 0 failures.
Yeah, it's weeks. We'll wait. And I know they said they've been testing it for years. I want to see them do what some people do in this country, and I'll get it now. Everyone will be like, "Oh God, he's banging on about the quality of the back box again." Oh, way people drag shit around on the ground. I just want to see how that holds up because you're putting all that weight distribution suddenly on the rear of those bracket. That's going to be a lot of pressure. How is it going to handle that kind of shifting movement when people are shuffling it along the floor? And I have seen people really drag games. I'm just like, is that going to hold up to the brutal nature of some people? Also, scissor lifts. I use a scissor lift.
Yeah, man, too.
I'm telling you now, I wouldn't put a scissor lift on that new cab. I think I would break
all right,
or
when my
buckle them
Walking
well.
Dead arrives,
Put a scissor lift on it.
Live stream the scissor lift.
Do it. I wouldn't feel brave enough. I really wouldn't.
I'm going to call it Scott Cam.
I want you to put an inside camera on those brackets as they're straining.
I'll get some sort of torque measure, USB torque
I look
measure.
at my Dune, and I know, here we go, Battles of Fun shield, here we go. That underneath, mate, fucking hell. Like literally solid wood. They are not fucking about. No corner cutting at all. I put when I got my game right, and I know what my driveway's like because good old new build arrives with a slope the size of Mount Rushmore on it. So when you put anything on it, it is a big slope. So courier arrives, he dumps it on my driveway, doesn't put it on the level part. So I'm there going, well, I'm going to be able to convince my wife to move this, and it's the middle of the day. I've got no neighbours around. I'm going to have to do this on my own. That was a bit scary to say the least. And then as I'm putting the scissor lift in it, I had to put it on a bit of an angle. I'm putting pressure on a corner at one point. I was like, that's going to do some damage, not a mark.
But you've seen how I do my game setup.
Yeah.
Basically, if I could demo it right here. Let's do it.
Live demonstration for a podcast.
Let's do a demo. So if you're watching this in color,
in full screen,
I'll probably regret this, but let me just. Move my shit.
Unlike George, when you walked away from your camera, at least I can still hear you. I don't know if you ever watched that Kerry Hardy interview, but that was painful the way George kept losing his camera. Oh, it was just I
should turn the AI mode back on, shouldn't I, really?
Well, no, it's fine.
Anyway, right, I'm going to wheel this up. This is the ultimate test for starting, right? Stick this here.
Yeah.
And then literally, hold on, let me do it from this side. Everyone, there are people on forums.
Wait for you to drop this now.
I did this with, actually, I did it with my Guns N' Roses and nearly dropped it. I literally caught it.
That's a heavy game as well.
Yeah, a very heavy game. Put it down a little bit. So, this is a one-man setup.
Man, you're brave doing that on your own.
Probably not got enough room. Here we go.
Can I just tell you, I'm not going to take any liability if you break this right now.
There you go.
No, you made that look easy, mate. That's good.
Life is good.
I can tell you're a dab hand.
Life is good.
I do like that decal, you just shown off there, like the way it catches the light and it shimmers. It's nice.
Shimmer. It's sadly that you never get to see it because
in a lineup it just gets
in a lineup.
Yeah.
That's why. What about the side art? I don't give two fucks about the side art. Just leave it blank.
Now do the same thing with when you're walking.
I'm going to do exactly the same thing.
You need to adjust your camera back, by the way.
I am. I'm just looking for the button to press. Here we go. Oh, wrong button.
So you made that look easy. I took hours with mine. There was probably some people that drove by going, "What the hell is he doing? Where is that?" I was just like, "Oh, this better not rain."
For those that are listening, we just put a pinball machine on a scissor lift.
Sorry, I should have done a better job of describing all that. He did it with fair ease. I'm not going to lie.
Scott's commentating was far below par.
Yeah, you're right. I was not there for the audio descriptive bunch.
You're fired from World of Sport. So look, the cabinet. I mean, I get. So I think this before you were in pinball, but when Aerosmith came out.
Oh yeah, it was before me.
Yeah,
I was like Black Knight era, I think.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. So Aerosmith came out as a second Spike 2 game, and Stern had a ton of issues with the cabinets, and actually the big thing they had. Let me just bring this over because I can show it. And so here, let me move that around. Here, on this corner here,
right,
the cabinet would split.
The joinery. So he's on about what Gomez mentioned, the glue.
Yeah. So I haven't seen that Gomez thing.
All right. He basically said that they had quality control issues with some cabinets arriving to them. And the wood would separate. Yeah, and they couldn't.
Yeah, so it would separate.
Obviously, because it's because of the way it's teethed together and it's obviously glued in.
Yeah.
Then
so the glue, they'd basically done what I would call a fish and chip shop on the vinegar. They don't put enough on. And a lot of them split. If you go to the Aerosmith club on Pinside and go early enough, you'll see them. And it was I
Right.
was like, holy shit. And this was just after a whole load of noise with Ghostbusters and
with the lifting inserts. I remember that bit,
so
but I read about that more than seen it.
it was a bit of a tough time for they literally, so they did two things. They changed the design so that the decals weren't wraparound, because they would rip and that was it, game over.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a good idea. And then
But to be honest with you, the advancements they made, isn't it? Like, you've seen it now where they cut the decals so they don't go around the leg area, so they're going to get any ripping. Like, you know, 'cause it happens sometimes. Like, if you haven't got the decals on perfectly and then the legs press up against it, they can ripple when they lift up.
Yeah, and I mean, people see that as a cost-saving exercise. Well, it is a cost-saving exercise because you have to send out more
ship you new decals. I personally prefer that there's like a better cutout around it, personally.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll wait and find out. I mean, on that, I mean, the other thing is there was a great Ray Day, Jack and Borg did a great stream of the latest Walking Dead code.
Okay.
And I have to say, I'm so looking forward. That game, I imagine Stern are going to make this big, because so at the moment, the game's pretty much the game from the original. There's not a lot of difference in it, right?
No.
And some of the artwork isn't 100%. Again, they've probably gone a bit early on selling it versus code, but I am very certain.
Do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of June, shipping with licensing, pending approval, unfinished, not at the full vision of the game, basically. When you compare it to like Metallica Remastered, which basically came out as a finished product and it was bloody polished. I was looking at it and we'll discuss it in a bit, I suppose, but the top 100 is amazing, actually. Metallica is now 13th. It has dropped down the listing, even though I think personally it's my favourite Stern. Jaws has just gone to the number 1 spot.
Yes, and that doesn't surprise me because at the moment, Jaws is my go-to game.
There's a bit of a renaissance going on with Jaws, I swear.
Well, they finalised all the code. There's been a few big games of it. So we had a big game at the UK Open. You can see on YouTube if you want to watch it. Got Backhand Pinball, massive game with Timber and Alex. It was a glorious game. Really showed the game, and it was a tough game. Really brilliant, amazing game of Kong. A couple other big games on tournaments, and I think credit to Keith and the team. They slowly made the whole theme integration. With Keith, you almost expect it just to be good, right? And I think as you play the game more and you get into certain different modes, the integration just gets better and better and better. So I have to say, I think Jaws is up there as one of the best games of all time.
I mean, it's definitely. It's funny actually because even my wife, Ollie says, she goes, "Oh, I really do think we should get a Jaws," and I was like, now it's interesting because when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh God, there's no assets. It's like this."
The thing is,
it's like another Bond. You know what I mean?
Well, the annoying bit is obviously Brody's not on the play field,
but it feels like he's more present now because he's in the assets and everything. And
also our good buddy Paul Boucher did the Brody mod. I don't know if you've seen it, but
yeah, I've seen it. I've watched you with the Orca thing where he's dishing out them. That's really cool. But I was looking at. I know we're turning into the Jaws show now, but like. I love Stumbler's Boy mod. That was incredible watching that. I was like, God damn, that looks better than most like factory made like products that go inside the game. Like it looks like a product that should be in the game rather than a mod. If you make, no insult to modders, but like seriously.
So I've got it. I think there's one thing I would change on it, which is it's got this kind of artificial. It's got this bit of plastic replacement. Because he's made a hole, and the blue on it's just not the right shade, and also it's not as integrated as I would like it to be. But I think if he made it a bit kind of lighter, and was able to link the lights up properly to the GI, it's not to say they're not linked up; they're just different because it's a mod, right? But I love it. At the moment, I mean, I had mine. You can kind of code it to send messages, so. I had my game on stream and someone was playing, and I changed what the message was on the buoy whilst the person was playing, and you could see it on the stream. It's Wi-Fi powered, and
Right,
I
okay.
mean, it's basically the second mod that I've nearly killed Stumbler for, though, because he has another great mod. It's one of the best mods for Foo Fighters, the Area 51.
Yeah,
but it's pretty challenging to fit. I mean, this is a trade-off. You want great mods, you got to put the effort in to fit them.
Complicate to fit
on the Boy of Doom, as I call it. It's not hard, right? It's a bit time consuming, and there's one bit where it's particularly fiddly, and I hate fiddly. So I told David he needs to have a British white glove service where he literally jumps on his motorbike, comes to my house, and fits it for me.
Is that right? You have to buy a lot of mods to do that.
I will pay him 3 Scooby snacks.
Have you bought the what do they call it? Oh, I should know Dungeons and Dragons better. The sort of chest.
No, I haven't. I know what you mean.
The Mimic, is it?
Mimic, that's it. I haven't. I'll be honest with you. My Dungeons and Dragons literally been in storage almost since I got it. It's a travesty.
I mean, this is the issue. We go back to space, right?
Exactly. So I've managed to dig it out. The reason I've got it out is because I'm loaning.
I mean, when my Winchester arrives, I'm gonna have to probably give one of my games to one of my mates or something. I'm out of space. It was funny when you were mocking me for overflow, mate. You have no idea how much of an overflow that is right now. There's way too many games in this house.
I can get away with it as long as it's just me in the shed. But when more people, we had a few folks around last Saturday, and it was a bit tight. Like, put it this way, if a ball got stuck on any of those games there,
you wouldn't be able to get the glass off.
Stuck forever, basically. Yeah. So that's the downside. I've got one more game I can really fit in here. Anyway, I'm loaning my Elvira to Brad, and I thought I shall get D&D out over Christmas and have a bit of a chance to play it because I got some time off. And also, I've got Cactus Canyon. The wife has said I can have a pinball in the house over Christmas.
Hey.
So it's Cactus Canyon, but she doesn't yet.
Is that because have you got to put the mod in though, haven't you? Speaking of difficulty, that's going to be hard, right? I've heard it's a bit complicated to put in. He's going to go get his I don't want to call it the Lyman Sheets upgrade. Yeah, let's call it that.
Here we go. So this is the mod.
Yeah.
In fact, it's upside down, isn't it? Yes. So it's pretty.
Is it pretty in depth? Is the manual 20 pages long?
Have a look at that.
It's got a booklet.
Yeah, it's got a thick booklet.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my.
That's kind of worrying. I mean, you might be there for a couple of hours putting that in.
Yeah, I mean, it might. I get the feeling that Dave Stumbler might be forgiven for all his sins.
I mean, this is the thing, though, right? God, it's taken a long time to make that. When I think about it, I had that game and it's been and gone. And even now, it's like the game is struggling to sell. I wonder if it will sell better now that you've got that.
John,
that's the Pulp Fiction stuff, right?
Yeah, from John at Hot Mods.
That looks nice.
Yeah, they're very nice. I have to say, I've just not had time.
He's holding up a pop cap, by the way. Again, we're being terrible. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah. So a lot of stuff to fiddle with over Christmas. That'll hopefully get me away from having to deal with relatives.
I don't know. All I got from my mum was because my wife was like, "Oh, can we get you the rocking horse from my mum?" And then my mum started adding in WhatsApp family group messages and that stuff. Oh, you can make room if you get one of your pinballs? ? Oh yeah, thanks. Great.
What is that about? I get the same.
Hey, honestly, it's just a constant bombardment. I can't have fun. It used to be VR, and it would be like, oh, why have you got this in your house? Why are you buying a tall ceiling? Why are you doing this? Because I need the VR, and lighthouses need to be high up so you have like full dimension. No. And then it was PC. Oh, why are you always playing your PC? Whatever it is, whatever hobby I take, some contentious issue arises from it because any hobby I do, I just do too much of. I get it, right?
The next time your mum's over, right? Say you've got a new hobby with this guy Neil, where we're gonna fly to Vegas every week.
No, she threatens to listen to the podcast. She says she's listened to a few of them. She's probably listened to this now, going, "Why is he having a whinge at me? Because you haven't whinged at me with your 4 question marks."
We're flying to Vegas. We're going to gamble, smoke cigars, and hang out with the dancing girls. Right?
I don't think my wife would approve.
That's our new hobby. Anyway, so yeah. So Walking Dead. I think. I mean, have a look at on Stern's YouTube site. They did a live stream of the gameplay, and it's starting to really shape up. They've done a couple of.
I was a little bit concerned because there was like no gameplay reveal, then it was a delayed gameplay reveal, and it was kind of like,
I think they had a license again. So from what it looks like the licensors.
I saw it when I saw Ralph's like video stream because it slapped all over the screen of a mask.
I think that's gone now because since they dropped an updated code last week.
Okay.
So I think that's gone. Yeah. So I mean, and actually, Dutch Pinball. It's cover this whilst we're there. Actually, let's do this a little bit first. So a lot of new games arrived here in the UK. Finally.
Yay! It was literally a huge amount of games arriving.
Yeah, good, just in time for Christmas. So Evil Dead arrived here. So Gonzo's, I think I said this earlier, Gonzo's got mine. Loads of other people unboxed them. Harry Potter's arrived here, or some of them, because I don't think all of them have arrived.
No, it's the first kind of like confirmed orders, I suppose, is the way of putting it.
Yeah, I mean, I find that shocking. If I had put money down on that game, which I'm never going to do, but in theory, if I did.
From what I understand, though, the people that haven't had their game yet haven't been asked to make their full payment yet, so that's something. But they have put their deposit down. Well, equally disappointing for them, though, I imagine, if you've put a deposit down.
On the day the game came out and I haven't got my game in the first batch.
It depends when they made the order, right? We're speculating, but yeah.
It'd be dead to me. I'd be like, nah, you fucking cancel the order. Give me my money back. This is bullshit.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, though. I mean, it's definitely frustrating because, I mean, like, it happened almost with Dune, right? When, I forget how you say his name on the forums, Seiko Kid? He put Seiko Kid. So he put the showroom game that was sold to him from David up for sale before we'd even got our game. And I'm thinking to myself, God damn, like, I get it, right? Everyone gets bored of a game sooner or later, but it's been so long since he's had that showroom game that we finally get ours, and he sells it.
He's decided to keep it, and he's sold Jaws instead.
He sold Jaws?
Yeah, this is the thing with Rob. Shout out to him. Rob, he's kind of, how do I put it? He's a bit schizophrenic when it comes to games. So he got Kong.
Yeah.
And he sold the Kong to buy the Dune. And then he was selling the Dune. I don't know why he was selling Dune, but he ended up selling Jaws. He has a very short...
Just probably gets bored. Has he got limited space? So he has to get, like, just refresh the lineup immediately because of space, maybe?
I don't know, but then stop buying fucking games, man. Because all you're going to do is lose money.
I was going to say, it's a good way of losing cash.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you don't, I mean, I can talk because I've got fucking John Wick that's got like 200 plays on it. So, but I don't need to I don't get rid of any games.
I think you're lucky in a position that you can either put them in the club, put them in storage, or keep them in your rather large, like private collection. So
I mean, it's kind of, if Rob almost feels like the last game he played that he liked, he must have.
I think everyone gets that, though. I mean, like, I'd love to have a Harry Potter, but I wouldn't be, like, as you say, putting myself down for one and waiting for the day for it to finally show up. I'd rather just wait for someone to get bored and sell theirs.
Yeah, I mean...
buy theirs, I should say.
The thing, some people won't like it. Actually, we were talking about this the other day. I was expecting a lot more Pulp Fictions to come up for sale.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. They've been very quiet, haven't they?
It's a tough game. I only think people haven't put them up for sale because they know they're going to take a bath on them.
Yep.
So that's that.
But then again, you don't see many Foo Fighters either, and you don't see many Deadpools, in all fairness, although that technically is because it's probably a good game. But
well, Deadpool, I think I've mentioned this before in the pod. Deadpool, there isn't many of them in the country, mate. Because
is there not?
Nah, because it got lambasted by the geniuses on the forum. actually here and on Pinside. Oh, it looks awful. There's nothing on it. And why is this stupid spiky? Why has this guy got a springy head? And then people played it and thought, fucking hell, man, this is a great game. Oh, I'm going to order one. Oh, they've sold out.
It's a Gomez game, isn't it, that one?
Gomez, yeah. It's a great game. I mean, I don't play it so much here.
I still miss I tell you games I still miss from any of the games I've sold would be Stranger Things, because I still miss that. Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Kind of regret letting that one go. I'm not going to lie. That was a good game.
It's a great game.
I don't miss House of Horrors. I really don't miss that. I think I preferred Scared Stiff over House of Horrors. It's just, it is what it is. I think that's all I've got in terms of new box Sterns that I got. I'm trying to remember anything else. But that, for me, they're the ones I missed the most. I think I still have yet to really play properly a Foo Fighters. I would like to try Foo Fighters.
Well, Foo Fighters is a great game. It's quite a tough game, but I get the music kind of drives me nuts after a while. There's I don't know, 30% of the tracks I like. The other 60% are fucking. I need to hack it and do a Foo McRae or something. Foo disco.
You can still do the custom code on those, right?
It's a great game. Sorry?
You can still do the custom code on some of those Spike 2s, right?
No.
Or is it harder with the Insider Connect?
So since Led Zeppelin, though, because the game has expression lights and has triggers in the music for score bits, for score points rather, it's much harder to do it. It's not impossible, but it's you don't see it. Stranger Things, a great game. I really love Stranger Things, but
I still think they should have done something for the new season. I don't know. Maybe they just is never sold well, has it?
I think the issue there is that they'd have to go back and relicense it, and just.
I remember the guys when they first interviewed them. It was ages back when they first did a making of Stranger Things, and the directors for Stranger Things said, "Oh, you're going to release new updates for this, aren't you, to keep up with the seasons?" So we don't do that. I genuinely think that's a missed opportunity. I get the fact that some of it would look weird because of the art assets on the playfield and maybe the cabinet art, but again, if you did a Vecna edition. And then allowed for the old people to have the code update, you keep everybody happy.
They could easily add a few modes with new graphics in it.
Yeah,
that wouldn't be that big an issue.
And the Demogorgon's still popular in there, isn't it? Because I don't know if you've seen the new season, but it's still front and center as part of the sort of enemy villain arc, or whatever you want to call it. It's still a prominent creature in the lore, so it would have worked well.
I watched 3 episodes of Stranger Things and wanted to shoot my head.
Oh, really? I quite liked it. I thought it was all right. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're all old now. It's weird when you say that. They're not as old as us, but...
Some shows like that, I need to kind of watch them 2 or 3 times before I can get into them. So Alice in Wonderland also got delivered.
Yes, Alice has started shipping, hasn't
it? I want to give a special shout out to Dave the Gun Bishop, who...
Ruined to Dave.
Literally... for the last 6 months, has probably called Phil and Barry and anyone remotely involved with Alice in Wonderland, waiting for it to be delivered.
Really?
He has nagged them worse than my wife nags me about my dirty pants. You have no idea, but hold on, Scott. Wait for the punchline, my friend. Wait for the punchline.
Go on.
He has nagged and nagged and nagged and nagged. So much so that his nagging is now a global trademark, right? What happens the day Dave nags Hadfields to get his game? It sits in his shed for 5 fucking days before he gets out of the fucking box.
Sorry, my June was unwrapped as soon as it arrived. Yeah, that's a bit much. Is it because he's got other games though? Is it or no space or?
No, he's got no space, and he couldn't. I think he's got a trolley like mine, so I don't know how he wasn't able. Anyway, he's got it up and running now. He had some issue with the topper, but they figured it out. It was a software thing.
I mean, I don't want to go too much into it, but I remember one time when I was badgering Phil for Cactus Canyon, because it was like, where's the game? You know what I mean? And it was like I got a kind of short reply, and after that, I was like, I'm not pushing that button again, Because it's just I felt like he's maybe braver than I to nag people, but I find some people in this industry, you nag them and it really doesn't work well.
But is it bravery or is it self-awareness, Scott?
Maybe. But look, he's credit to him, he's got it. I mean, like, god damn, that game took a long time to arrive. Wasn't that like 2 years ago they released that game?
Close to it. I mean, it's way late than what it should be.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a beautiful game. It's just boring as fuck to play. I mean, that's the downside of it. Looks beautiful. I know. My wife said she saw it in Chicago. She came up to me. She said, "Oh, you need to get that Alice in Wonderland game. It looks awesome." And I was like, "Yeah, man, you go play it for a bit and tell me what you think." She came back.
Just buy it secondhand, man. If it comes to it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, although this is the thing, people buy that game because they think it's going to be worth money. It's all these people, Scott. Don't forget, right?
I think games will be worth money as if the game is good and it's limited. It has to be both. It can't be one or the other. Like,
yes. Well, but even then, right? Put it this way, Scott, there should be more billionaires in the world because of all these people that have made money out of selling pinball machines. I don't.
Look, we are going to get crucified for what we've said so far on this podcast. Sorry. I swear to God.
It's okay. I don't care.
Yeah, I've stopped caring. I'm not going to lie.
So quite a few new games. Unfortunately, the game that everybody wants to arrive that hasn't is Walking Dead. And my spies on the...
I don't know. I think the game I want to arrive is Winchester over Walking Dead, but each to their own.
Winchester. I'm okay to wait for that because I want the code to be as good as possible.
Yeah.
Walking Dead, I just want to get into it, and it's. I've heard from my spies on Stenaline that.
I tell you one thing that impresses me with
Walking Dead
Dune
will be here, end of January. Yeah.
One thing I think Stern needs to start doing that I noticed Barrels seems to do quite a lot of. It's really neat. They put like small circular LEDs around the playfield that are not, like, let's say, visible from the artwork. So the artwork is laid over the insert and it only appears as a dot, like a red dot, a white dot, whatever it needs to be. In Winchester, it's like paths that lead to a room. In Dune, it's spice and water and stuff like that. And it really is clever. Like, I feel like they've kind of cottoned on to something that other people haven't. Like, when people do inserts in other like manufacturers I've seen, it's always been traditional triangles, squares, circles, hexagons, and they're always visible. Sometimes they'll do a little occlusion around the artwork, like the bit of the artwork will bleed over the insert, but they've never truly flushed the artwork over the insert and then have it appear underneath. I don't know if that's because they've noticed something that no one else has, maybe around quality. Maybe it thins out the clear too much and it could expose the playfield to damage quicker. I don't know, but it looks magical on Dune. Like, it's really cool.
I saw it on. I didn't notice it on Dune, but I definitely noticed it on Winchester.
Winchester, yeah.
And also the Winchester apron's really cool as well.
Yeah, the interaction on that. Sorry, my cat.
They had Winchester at DPO. I had one game on it, but the queue for it was crazy. Actually, Dutch Pinball Open, it's probably the best show in Europe in terms of new stuff. They had Alien there. Sorry, not Alien. Predator, still awful.
That game will not sell 300 units.
No.
I'm calling it now. It won't.
They're really trying their hardest. I think
the damage is done.
Yeah.
People will move on. There's too many. There's way too much competition now when you think about it. God, how many manufacturers have we got now? There's so many.
Yeah. They had June there. They had what was it? They had Winchester. They had Walking Dead. That was
which got caught in customs, didn't it? I think it was quite funny.
That was the world. I think that ended up being the main kind of launch was actually there, and Jack and Gary Stern were there. They had Harry Potter, which I think was the first time it'd been at a big European show. Okay. Well, actually, was that no? I think that's the first big European show it's been at. It was a good gig. I mean, I entered the tournament, but they used a stupid format. I just don't enjoy it. I wish I hadn't entered it, and then I drove there. So BMW loaned me a Z4. the new Z4
Using up his customer reward points
to drive to it, and which was great. It was a great car to drive there, except it snowed on the second day, and I nearly killed myself coming out of the car park because I forgot the Z4 is still only rear wheel drive.
Jesus.
Yeah, so it was an exciting drive home. Let's put it that way. But I did make it. And yeah, there was a lot of good folks out there. Actually, quite a lot of folks from America there. Like Coin Taker were there, which was like, wow.
What were they doing there?
I think they were just visiting. I don't know.
Okay.
And a few other folks. But it was a good show. I'd definitely go there once. I don't know if I'll go back, unless there was something big there. But good social show. And yeah, it was, and they have a lot of support from the manufacturers, which is good. And the venue's huge. That's the big thing. The hotel, it's actually attached to a hotel. It's kind of weird. I was actually in a single bedroom, which is the first time I've been in a single. It was like a room for one person. And you know what was cool about it? I could actually brush my teeth whilst having a shit.
Okay. That's
so literally
not something I expected to hear in the same sentence.
The toilet was literally, you had to kind of like slide in where the sink was, and I was like, well, fucking hell. And it was, my wife thought it was hilarious. But yeah, I definitely visited there. Yeah, so, and then we mentioned this Stern coming to Europe, and they're going to have more, they're going to try and fix things in Europe. And then this interesting discussion that kind of, I think, started in Holland. And then you mentioned it, which is apparently we're running out of themes and licenses.
Yes. So this was a comment that Canada was live streaming with Todd Tuckey at whatever the event was. I can't remember you saying, but they were
automated.
Yeah. So they were all there, and Canada asked Jack about upcoming licenses or licenses he's had issues trying to get. And then Jack said, well, it's got to a point where I'm actually running out of licenses.
Jack from Jersey Jack, right?
Yes, Jack from Jersey Jack, yeah. So he then says something along the lines of, I've got all the licenses I can get, and all the ones that I couldn't get or want to get are not either available to me, too expensive to get, or I wouldn't get all the assets, so I wouldn't bother. And I was like, oh, are we really at a position now where we've run out of licenses to get? I mean, that's kind of worrying in some veins. It's like, what does that mean for the future? Is that because everyone because the competition is so fierce, everyone else has had deals in the background, they've locked in their favorite license? Your camera's gone again, by the way.
Camera's gone again. I'm fixing it.
Or is it because he just genuinely doesn't think there's a license worth going for because it hasn't spoken to him at a personal level? And I just thought it was an interesting subject to talk about, really, because for me, there's countless titles I would like to see personally.
My take on this is a Jack thing. So Jack is basically, as I understand it, he's practically handpicked every license that Jersey Jack have done. Hence why most of them have been shit.
Well, Harry Potter was definitely worthwhile getting, right? Even though it's obviously a damn expensive license to have got. In the first place.
I'd love to see the economics on that, but and to fair play, Eric did a decent job on the playfield. The code, it's not as good as I think it needs to be, but I mean, look, Avatar. Why?
It's an odd choice.
4.
Godfather was a real
Godfather. I mean, Godfather is definitely a Jack decision in my view.
I don't know. Who would have thought Godfather? Do you know what I mean? Like, this just doesn't lend itself to the world of pinball in my book. But there we go.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of, the Godfather thing kind of made me chuckle because people are saying, "Oh, John Wick." I'm like, John Wick or Godfather? I mean, it's a no-brainer for me, right?
Yeah. But I mean, John Wick's an action-packed movie. It lends itself quite well to kinetic, because the whole thing is about kinetic fighting and everything's fast and furious. I think, that would be a good game to do the Fast and the Furious. So why don't we? That's a license that they haven't tackled yet.
So there's been a lot. I think there's been a chat. I think Stern have tried to get that a few times.
Oh, really?
I remember.
So I heard that the latest rumor is they're getting Corvette or something like that as a license.
Corvette again.
I know.
My God, like the first one was bad enough.
Can we just not do one based on a car manufacturer and do it on a film based around cars? That's way better.
Yeah, I have to say, Corvette. I mean, I don't know. I don't like driving buses, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of in my mind. I think what Jack's saying is these kind of what I would say big titles like Harry Potter, like you might argue.
I should say he did mention he had Matrix. Apparently, he said he had the license, but he didn't get access to the assets, as in like the actors. So it was kind of like I think he said he had the music and he had like the poster art and stuff like that, but he didn't have the music. You couldn't have them appear.
I don't even remember what the music was.
Music was great.
Was it?
Yeah. But I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like that. I don't know. Not having Keanu Reeves though, it's a bit weird, especially when they had him on John Wick.
Yeah, I mean that sounds weird to me, and also, I mean it's like not having Arnie and Predator. I mean anyone with a brain. No, we can't get Arnie then. Let's just not build this. But no, hell, fucking, we're Swedish, man. We're going to crack on. And I kind of feel that's a bit crazy, basically. But I think he means these kind of big, really well-known titles like Hobbit. You could argue Lord of the Rings Hobbit is one of them. Star Wars is one of them. Looking around the room, Pulp Fiction, you might argue, is one of them. Jurassic Park's definitely one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect theme as well,
right? Godzilla and Jaws. Iron Maiden, maybe. From a music point of view.
I'm still waiting for them to do a Batman. And I know you say Batman 66, but for me, it's like, I want to see, I don't know, like Batman from the animated series with Kevin Conroy. Or
you're never going to see that.
That's a shame, man.
You're never going to see this.
He's definitely my favorite voice actor, Batman. I mean,
my camera keeps crashing, so I'm going to keep restarting it.
You keep doing that.
Yes. But I mean,
I know we've had a fair few Batmans because we had the Batman from Sega, didn't we? The Batman Dark Knight, but yeah. I mean, that's an opportunity, though, for me to get it done right. Do it again, but get it done right.
Yeah, I mean, I Batman 89 is what they've got to do.
All the Sega releases are a waste of time, actually. Like, even Independence Day. I love the film Independence Day, but again,
Baywatch is awesome, mate.
Baywatch, yeah, okay. I'll defend Baywatch till the cows come home. That's a great game. But I can't think of any other decent Segas. Starship Troopers was a waste. I would definitely redo Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
Especially when you've got Helldivers being so successful in the gaming world, and Starship Troopers as a game is having a really lot of success. It's a good opportunity to kind of just go, do you know what? Let's get this one done right this time.
Well, I mean, the other big title. So yeah, they do Batman. I was just thinking of another big title that went out of my head there. But
Terminator again. Superman. Do you know what I mean? Superman, yeah.
Terminator, I think after T3, it's dead, basically.
Yeah, of course. But I would just do a new T2 is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe people are just sick of remakes, though. I'm trying to, maybe if you go for a more original license title, obvious one for me is Fifth Element, but I do feel someone that has that license.
Yeah.
Just wait for it to show up.
But I mean, Blues Brothers, I think if it was done properly and not by some kind of slightly bizarre
that was a waste.
Australian.
Yeah.
I can't help but think that there is, Bruce Lee, that's got to be a game in Bruce Lee, surely.
God, yeah.
Blood Sports with Jean-Claude Van Damme, the muscles from Brussels.
Yeah, we haven't had Jean-Claude Van Damme for tie-in.
I mean, we heard Goonies, but I think what Jack said.
Well, there's Goonies and Gremlins are apparently coming up.
But they're just not big enough as licenses. That's
not for the modern day audience, no. Right? I mean, let's talk. Actually, we got to wrap up, right? So let's talk about Stern's next upcoming title, which apparently is either Transformers or Pokemon.
I'm pretty sure it's Pokemon.
You think it's Pokemon?
Which probably means that they'll just swap it just to annoy me and do Transformers.
Transformers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's Pokemon, which was Jack's game that George is finishing off.
I'm just putting this out there right now, right? And I know sometimes we get stern listening to this podcast just for the kicks. I know this is at the end. If you don't do a transformer that fucking transforms, just bin your game now and do Pokemon. I'm sorry, but if that bloody transformer does not transform on the playfield, what is a fucking joke? That is worse than Jaws not eating the ball.
Yeah, but
do not bother. Do not waste my time.
No, that's bullshit, Scott.
No, bollocks. It's Transformers. It needs to transform.
Yeah, but it only if it's... So, like, right, so on Star Wars, they got the AT-AT walker that falls over when you hit that shot, right? But it's meh, because it's not interacting with the ball.
Yeah,
right?
but they can... But that's what I'm saying. Have something in the playfield transform so it adjusts the way the playfield works. They're capable of doing it.
Yeah, no,
they're capable of doing it.
Yeah, something that wasn't maybe a robot. Like,
no, but you missed the point.
Change.
Transformers can be anything, and let's face it, we've seen Transformers be bases and transform themselves. So they can have a part of the playfield transform.
I agree with that. I mean, if you had like you heard that noise they make when they transform, and then suddenly the playfield moves. I mean, that could be cool.
It'd be amazing, actually.
Yeah, I hope. I mean, I hope they do it justice, because the previous Transformer game. Actually, previous Transformers is a great game, but not a great use of the theme. It's a bit of a shame.
Yeah, because it have some weird thing where I had like the oh god, I'm gonna get finalized for this now. I can't even remember what they were called. What were the two races of the robots called?
Autobots.
Bots and the Decepticons?
Decepticons, that's it, yeah.
Right, thanks. God, I got salvaged some of it there. So they had it, wasn't it like half the colour in one, half the colour in the other, and it was kind of like left side was Optimus side and right side was Megatron side sort of thing. I just feel
so from a movie point of view, I actually thought that was okay.
Okay.
But they were only able to use the movie assets as they were. They weren't able to do anything with them.
What's your thoughts then? Do you think it's going to be Gen 1, as in like the original cartoon?
1. There's no way it's the movie. There's no way it's the movie. It'd be Gen 1. The great thing about Gen 1 is they can actually create their own... They should be able to create some of their own content with it, which I think will be cool. Hopefully they've got the voices. That's really important.
Yeah, you need to have the voice of Optimus, which he still does the voice, doesn't he, even for the movies? So
I mean, I'll maybe get them out for the next podcast, but I've got...
You have the Transformer that transforms, don't you? Yeah.
I've got 2 of them.
Okay.
I've got Optimus Prime and Megatron. Megatron is fucking epic. It turns into a tank, and
it was weird because back in the day, he used to turn into a gun, didn't he?
I swear he did. Yeah, kind of. There's always been a tank with Megatron.
I thought that was the reason they got rid of the gun, because it was like, it was for kids and all that, and they made him into something else. It was a long time ago.
Yeah. I do think Jack makes a point about these mega kind of titles. I mean, the one that kind of smacks me in the face right now would be Mission Impossible.
Yeah, is it a brand that like transcends generations though?
Yeah, man, it's been going for 20 years.
For me, Transformers does. For me, Pokemon does. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a Pokemon fan.
Pokemon doesn't...
Oh, man, honestly, the amount of millennials you've got that are into Pokemon is unreal.
Wait, millennials don't buy fucking pinball machines.
I'm a millennial.
You're not a millennial. What year were you born?
I am sadly a millennial. I go into that category. I was 3 years short of Gen X.
Millennial. You actually work and do shit.
I know. I definitely fit in the millennial camp. But me, Carrie Hardy, and Retro Ralph, very similar age brackets, all fall into that bracket.
No, man, I feel honoured to be in the best gen that ever was, Gen X.
You're Gen X, so yeah.
Although someone once did call me a boomer, which I had to get T-shirts made up about.
It's because you act like a boomer.
Sorry, an uneducated boomer.
Uneducated boomer.
Oh, hey V, if you're watching, we love you. Anyway, I
don't think I've seen V on the forum for ages. Thinking about that.
She hasn't been in the club for a while either, and her and her husband are members, which we appreciate greatly. So I hope they're well.
Educated boomer, love it.
I tell you, as a quote, that's an epic quote. I have to say. I mean, it's completely. I don't think there's any boomers in pinball really. I think they're all Gen X's, but. At least there's none that are buying games. So
But yeah, okay. Well, yeah, I get why you're not into Pokemon. That would be before your era. So
I mean, I tried to play the games on Game Boy, and I just thought they were boring as shit.
As I say, I know plenty of people that do a lot of trading cards, and there's a lot of money in it.
Yeah,
Stupid amount of money in it.
I mean, it's look, as a mega kind of theme, it's there, no question about it, right?
And it would be a way of getting kids into if they found a way of getting the trading card aspect into the pinball machine. Yeah, that could bring a lot of people to the game.
I don't know about that.
But you've got to be like stern, right? You've got to think about if this generation, which it will, like mine, everyone's going to die sooner or later. They need to get fresh blood in.
Nah, I'm living forever, mate. I wouldn't say it. I mean, lots of people have slagged off D&D, but let me tell you, D&D has sold incredibly well. Right?
I think I would have liked it more if the playfield just didn't look so muddy. It's a bit dark.
These are people say that, and I'm like, but I'm fucking shooting the ball, and I'm enjoying shooting the ball. So I kind of struggle with that. I mean, the thing is it's definitely
I'll give it another shot when one comes up for like $4,000 or whatever the UK market wants to sell them for in the future.
Stern have definitely brought a load of more players into pinball with D&D, way more than Harry Potter's brought in with Harry Potter, for sure.
Yeah, well, Harry Potter's got its own issues, hasn't it, now around the
they can't make them
politics. Let's just say.
The politics.
Because the younger generation are vehemently against the author, aren't they, because of her views? But it's like, well, let's not get into that. That is a whole minefield we do not want to go down.
Yeah. Well, I think. I mean, this is for me. If it's a good game, I don't give a shit really.
No, I love the films. I thought they were all right. I watched them back with Holly
I obviously I can't stand the movies.
No, okay.
I watched the first two and thought, no, that's enough.
That's because whoever plays Hermione, she overpronounces her H's.
No,
Harry.
No, it's nothing to do with that. The simple fact is I can't stand a game where there's no ninjas, robots, or spaceships in it.
It's like
I was like, when do the robots or the ninjas appear?
So come on, go back to, because we got to wrap up soon.
Yeah,
give me a theme that goes on what you just said, the ninjas, robots, stuff like that. What is the theme that you think is currently missing from any manufacturer that they should be making?
I definitely want to see a kung fu theme. Look, Dragon Fist. There's another game called Kung Fu.
I mean, you got Ninja Scroll, aren't you, on the Turner Pinball?
Ninja, yeah. There's Teenage Mutant Ninja.
It's not Ninja Scroll. I can't remember what it's called now.
There's the Turtles. I kind of feel like a Bruce Lee game. Look, the thing is. What
was your thoughts on that Little Trouble in Little China, where it's called Big Trouble in Little China? Sorry.
Yeah, it was okay. I think it felt a bit rushed to me, but I mean, the guy put the effort in, no question about it.
A lot of money was spent on that. I can tell you that much.
He must have spent, I don't know, 20 or 30 grand on that easy.
Well, Brian Allen, I don't know what he charges for his artwork, but that would have been a fair amount of work.
I have to say, it looked like almost like a finished game. Actually, there was a homebrew Kingpin in DPO that I thought was actually a real remake. It was so well done, except the trough kept getting confused because I was like, "Who's this Kingpin? I want to buy it."
This is the thing, though, right? I think a lot of people don't forget about this. It's like I've had people offer me buy my Cyberpunk. You can't sell them.
Yeah, I know,
because of the copyright.
Well, Kingpin is like a title that Capcom did. They knocked a few of them out, and then they went away. And then some, I don't know who they are, popped up, said, "Oh, we're remaking it." And this was 2017 Texas Pinball Festival, and it was I basically spent the whole event there. My wife's going nuts. Why do you keep coming back and play this game? Because it was so good. They had one at Indisc, and then I saw this. I was like, "Holy shit!" And I was like, "Where did this come from?" And it was a homebrew, but it was someone had built the game. Like done a scratch build of that game, and they smashed it. It was phenomenal. But I kind of, I don't know. It is a tricky one with themes, but I definitely think Mission Impossible would be a theme. I think
I'd like to see a Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, Battlestar Galactica, I think.
Either generation would have been fine, but I'd probably prefer the new TV series on the 2008
if they
one.
did all these Gen X TV shows like Knight Rider, the A-Team, I think they would sell off the back of it's the same as Goonies. People say Goonies. So if you said to me A-Team or Goonies, which is a bigger theme, A-Team by a fucking mile. I mean, is. I would say so. And I think it would sell just as well. The problem is you're gonna have challenges with getting the rights for certain characters.
Mr. T, I imagine, is pretty difficult.
Nah, I think that would be right. It'd be George Peppard. I think would be difficult.
Maybe.
But look, if you can find them and you've got a problem no one else can solve, you can hire the Forum team. Right. So quickly on the second-hand market.
Yes.
I mean, folks,
it's crap.
It's crap. It's going to be crap. People are going to be stupid and try and take the piss. Honestly, there's a thing on Facebook, like this game for $6,000, and it was like a $2,000 game, and I just thought, mate, you're never going to sell it. Not because I want to be a dick, and I've got no intention of buying it.
No, just because it's priced too high.
I'm like, mate, you're never going to sell this game. Are you silly, right? And you want to sell it to that, sell it to an idiot on eBay, which I really don't recommend because everyone we've all bought an overpriced pin and thought, fuck, right? It doesn't help the community by doing that. But, there's this kind of, obviously people don't want to lose money, right? And, I hear all these stories. Oh, I never lost, I had this pin and I had it for like a year and I never lost a penny on it. I don't believe you. Show me the receipts. Show me the bank transfers. I just do not believe you. So it's kind of, that's just kind of a bit silly, really. But look, there's some bargains out there as well. And the other thing is, think about, you want, how can you borrow a pin or hire it? Like people like Matt and Phil do pinball hires. Hire the game for a month before you buy it. Make sure you really want it.
Yeah, it's nothing worse than buyer's regret.
I mean, again, we've all bought a pin and thought, why did I buy it? They're like Guns N' Roses. My initial first 2 weeks with it, apart from forget the technical issues from it, the first 2 weeks of it were like, I like this because of the music. The music was they did a really good job on that.
And the light show, right? They were ahead of everybody when it came to that.
It was
a bit average now, but it looked good when it first came out.
Yeah, but then the game's awful, man. The playfield, literally, Eric just, I don't want to have a go at him, but it is not a great design.
I liked the clever ideas he did with the piano, with the Eddie board underneath, so you could, when the ball went over the playfield, it was like it was playing the keys.
Yeah, I mean,
stuff like that.
There was individually some good things, just how it came together, it was awful.
No, I mean, the code was terrible, but I find that with every Jersey Jack game. Me and Holly have a thing like when we watch like a Jack. Sorry if you're listening, mate, but honestly, whenever you get like an announcement with the call out where it goes, "Throw the lights, molly ball." Blah blah blah, molly ball. So when Harry Potter came out, it's like, "Oh, you're a wizard, Harry Potter molly ball. Oh my god!" And, it's just like it's going to be like a million multi balls, death by multi balls. It's just I hate the multi balls on Jersey Jacks. It's just like, give me a mode.
I'll be happy. Even Elton John does it, and it's kind of the best game that they've got.
I can't do it. I get why they do multi balls. They think multi balls are fun, but my god, they do like 20 different multi balls in a game. I just lose my head because you can't get into a mode. Like Guns N' Roses is terrible. Sometimes I just sat there and like stared at the ceiling sometimes when it kicked off a multi ball, and I was like, I just want to start the bloody song. I don't want to play a fucking multi ball. I was just like, that's why I had to get rid of the game. It just drove me up the wall.
I mean, this is the thing, right? It's like, so I saw Phil posted he had more Elton Johns in stock. $13,000 for it though, man. You'd have to be nuts.
When you see Beetlejuice at 10.
Yeah, I was having edition. What's that? Is it? Hold on.
Let's see what happens though with, I'm hearing like some murmurs by Evil Dead, by the way. Apparently they're starting to have issues.
So yeah, I noticed that as well. And actually, let me tell you, I've had, on my one in the club, the one thing, and apparently Spooky have fixed this, but the two areas I'm having real regular issues with is the trough has got switches in it.
Right.
If you got a magnetic ball, it's just game over. So if a ball gets magnetically charged, it's just forget it. You're done. The second thing
I've seen camps argue Opto versus Switch. I don't know,
it's
man.
Opto,
I've had issues with
Opto
both
every day, basically.
Nah, I mean, I've had issues with Optos. I mean, the thing is, I'm talking about 30-year-old games here, but bloody hell, Optos can be such a pain in the ass.
On a modern game, I got so many new games, never had an Opto board issue. I had an Opto board that went bang because I bloody...
It's less Opto board issues. It's more like occlusion because they got dirty, stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's easy to fix, though. But this is like a ball gets magnetized, the game's dead, and then actually in the under playfield bit, there's Optos there, and that under playfield gets filthy, mate. So you've got to.
I would never thought about that. It must be a real git to clean that.
Oh, it's a nightmare, mate. You got to pop the glass off or the plastic, clean that.
Sure.
And then clean the Optos that are around it. And they're kind of wired in a weird way, which makes it a bit more tricky. But that has been painful. The shotgun thing, I had one of them break, which actually, fair play to Spooky, they sent me a new one like almost in 2 days for the UK Open. But I think, look, it's way better than any other game that they've got reliability-wise, but I still think they've got more work to do, is how I would position it.
I mean, that's the problem, though, when you pack a game full of, like, let's call it gadgets. It's always a risk, right? One of those breaks because it's just not designed to... So I still have the advantage, right? When you do a pro for the operator locations, it's cut down for a reason. I want to make it bulletproof.
One thing, though, I will show this. Let me just get a pair of...
He's gone off to get something for those who are not aware again. He likes doing this. He's doing a George Gomez as we speak.
So, this is, I have to say, this is probably one of the best mods I've ever seen in pinball.
It's the shotgun mod, right?
Yeah,
okay.
It is epic.
I remember when Ant had to put that through customs. I imagine he was bricking it, thinking they're going to like pull him out. He's like, "You are holding a firearm."
This is probably one of the most.
That looks very nice. To be fair,
I mean, it is. I mean, if I
can see my thigh whacking that hard though. It sticks out a fair bit.
It's like Dirty Harry, and this is a beautiful. I mean,
it's longer than Indiana Jones, though, isn't it? When you think about it, in terms of a gun.
Spooky have smashed this, though, mate. I tell you, well, that's a bit loose.
How much was that out of interest again?
$450.
US or UK?
US.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
So you had to pay import on that plus shipping, right?
I picked it up in Chicago.
Okay.
So no, it is. There's one on. I bought two of them. There's one in the club. And actually, it's quite cool. They've changed the code so that if you've got it, it shows the gun rather than the button, which is a nice little touch.
Right.
But yeah, it is properly well done, and it's. It is solid. So fair play to Spooky. They know how to put their mind to it. They know how to build it, and I think they sold them all basically. They only made, I think, 200, I think, and they flogged a lot.
It was funny because when I was asked about, like, Beetlejuice, it was like, are you getting, do you want the topper with it? I was like, yeah. Like, it's the obvious thing. Like, who the hell would not have the topper with that game?
Have you got? See, I don't know if I would get the topper in here. The size of it, I think it would be right on the edge for me.
If you can fit Foo Fighters, then you can fit
really?
Evil Dead. Not Evil. Well, actually, if you can fit Evil Dead. You could fit this one because it's the same dimension.
That's fine if it's the same as that. Well, Scott, on that, look, I wish all of our listeners a happy Merry Christmas.
Indeed, have a good Christmas.
I will be doing a lot more.
Enjoy your games if you got them.
Yes, I'll enjoy your new games. I'll be doing a lot more streaming over the Christmas break, so you can watch me on.
I've bought a camera, but I need to put together a rig, and I was going to do one for Dune.
Twitch TV. Twitch.tv/Neil McRae. Keep an eye out for me. I might stream a little bit on YouTube as well, but I'm not. It's just not as nice to stream on YouTube from a organizer point of view. But yeah, I'm going to do a few more streams. If there's something you want me to stream, give me a shout. I think it's been a decent. Coming into this year, I thought it was going to be a tough year for pinball. I think it's been a really great year for pinball. Some really great games. Some.
Shall we actually quick one?
Yeah. Oh.
What was your number one game this year?
This year, I'm going to say Evil Dead.
Evil Dead. Wasn't Jaws this year?
Jaws was not this year; it was last year.
Oh, okay.
Dungeons
For some
and
reason,
Dragons.
maybe it's because I'm thinking of 50th edition. Maybe that's why.
Yeah. I think Evil Dead pips it. Kong, I think, is very close second now, especially the way the code is. And I actually think Kong will overtake Evil Dead eventually because they're knocking out the park on the code. What else was this year? I mean, Walking Dead and Star Wars are pretty good. I liked the Merlin's Arcade. I think it's a great game. I think it's very underrated. Not seen many of them here. And that's really it. It's not. I mean, the worst game of the year for me is Alien. Predator.
Predator. That's most disappointing for me. I can't say I haven't played it, so it's just.
I think Dune eventually will be a good game. I think I'll eventually pick one up. Maybe not new.
Dune for me, at the moment, obviously I've got honeymoon period. It's got flow. Holy crap, has it got flow in it?
See, it's kind of weird. I played it in Pinburg and I thought it was awful. And I played it in Papa and I thought, actually, this is pretty good. But then it had an issue with the mech.
That's the thing. At the moment, I wouldn't say it's like in my top 5, but I think it's definitely got a potential to be in the top 5 once I've got past the issues I've got.
All the parts were 3D printed.
For the worm mech.
Yeah, for everything.
Some of it is, I definitely agree with that.
So that,
but the sculpts aren't obviously 3D printed, and any of the metalwork obviously is metalwork.
I've just got this thing about 3D printing. It's just
it worries me because durability. Yeah, I get you. But Labyrinth had the same issue, and I didn't have any issues with the 3D printed stuff in that. So you know how the little heads popped out? They were on like 3D printed kind of like struts, whatever you want to call it. Like, the servo had teeth, and then it would like, wind it back and forth for the head to pop out of the apron.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the teeth have like some folks had some challenge with that. But I mean, I've spoke to David Van Ness. He's such a good guy. I know he will look after everybody that's got any challenges.
I've heard a couple of people complaining about the it's not 3D printed, but the pop bumper's got that little thumper on the top.
Yeah.
Some people have had issues with theirs. I even started to notice mine starting to like look a little crooked. I don't know if it's just how it arrived in the game, but I know for a fact that if there's a problem, they just replace it. So I think that one's more the fact that it's a sculpt and it's a tiny sculpt. They probably should have thickened it out a bit to make it more resilient, so to speak.
Yeah.
Anyway,
okay, on that, we're way late.
We are. My wife's going to kill me.
My wife's going to shoot me as well. Look, everyone have a great Christmas. Scott, have a great Christmas. Enjoy pinball. And we will be back in January. In fact, we might have to find 2 Christmas jumpers for the January episode.
I have one, as long as my baby doesn't throw up on it.
Yes.
So.
Anyway, thanks everyone for watching us. This is episode 32, believe it or not. So appreciate everyone's watching us this year.
Yes, thanks.
We will see you in the new year. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Goodbye from me, and goodbye.
Bye from me.
Goodbye.